Welcome to another Pop Top Adventures video. I'm at the top of something somewhere near Ingleborough and I'm knackered. Enjoy.
Hey everyone, I hope you're all well and welcome back to another adventure with me and Jeff the campervan, where I tour the country finding campsites to review, show you things to do in the local area, take you on hiking and cycling routes in the UK and provide you with some down-to-earth entertainment and camping advice. In this week's video, I'm visiting a campsite some of you will be very familiar with called the Dalesbridge in Settle, #not sponsored. I'm coming back because it's a truly awesome site. It's a gateway to great walks and cycling routes and it's only 1 hour from the Lake District. I'm heading out on an e-mountain bike ride around Ingleborough, doing some landscape photography en route, cooking my dinner in the van, getting the fire pit going, chatting with Ross, the owner of the campsite, and of course, the bit you'll look forward to the most, the inevitable outtakes at the end. Although we have now stopped taking freebies from large companies, we were given the M21 bike by Fiido a while back and it's been staring at us ever since. And with the content this year being about hikes, campsites and bike rides, I thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to put it through its paces and show you how the bike performs. I will pop a link to where you can download the GPX file for the route in the description, as this route is walkable and cyclable and the area is simply stunning. And finally, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. We publish videos every Friday at 7 PM, so come on board and join the Yorkshire Pop Top Adventures. I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks so much for watching, stay awesome, and above all be kind.
So I've arrived, and as you can see, I have set up the awning just to get that done and dusted out of the way because it might snow later on, fingers crossed. And as soon as I got pulled up, Ross turns up, steals the bike, has been flying around his field on it for ages. Ross is the owner of Dalesbridge, came to say hello, and also somebody's stolen my spot. You know you are, you watch the videos, it's a subscriber. They didn't realise they were coming and I didn't realise they were going to be there, so yeah, thank you for coming over and chatting. That's Ace, and here he is. He's brought my bike back. He proper loves it.
That's well smart, I like that.
Smashing it. Right, so all I need to do now is just get the rest of the stuff out of the van, then we can go on our bike ride around Ingleborough, and I'm going to do some drone shots if I can, if it's not too windy. I'm going to take my camera with me so I can get some nice photographs, because I'm guessing it's going to be stunning out that way. So fingers crossed Mother Nature plays ball and doesn't snow on me just yet, because the snow is forecast this week. Right, so we're all set up, ready to go, looking snazzy. The only thing I've got left to do is set up the fire pit later on. All I have to do to complete the look of utter idiot is get my helmet on and gloves and sunglasses, so then I can see where I'm going, get the Garmin on the bike and get going. I would like to throw in a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm not a mountain bikist. The most mountain biking I've ever done is in Dalby Forest with a friend of mine, where I were going downhill slower than I would go uphill. I've had to stop. I mean, the views are just absolutely stunning. Oh, look at that. So I'm going to grab a photograph. I'm also going to get a photograph, I think, of this path going down there, because I really like the straight line and uniformity of it all. If there's any good ones, again, I'll pop them up during the video. We'll also see what the battery life is like in this cold weather, because it is just about -2. That's what it says on the Garmin anyway. So we'll see what that does. But anyway, we'll talk about it when we get back to the van. Fresh air, lovely. Right, one thing to note, these paths are also for walkers, and there's been quite a few walkers along this path, and I have slowed right down to like a snail's pace to pass them, so I can say hello to them. If they've got dogs, make sure that they've put them to one side and stuff, because I want to share this path with the walkers as well without zooming past them like an idiot. So yeah, do bear that in mind if you do come out on your bike. I'm sure everyone watching will be absolutely fine, but I thought I'd mention it just in case. So just a couple more minutes cycling and you're here at the awesome Ingleborough Cave that you can go in and see. I've never actually been in, so hopefully in a future vlog we can come down and actually go looking around the caves. But yeah, there's a nice viewing platform just over there and a lovely cafe called the Old Sawmill Cafe as well. So a good wee stop if you need a wee, and or coffee stop. But I think because I passed the Gamecock in Ostwick, that's the pint on the way back. I'll be stopping off for a pint. Right, I have been scratching my head. I came just from Ingleborough Caves there and then took this left up here, which I thought was the route, but actually the route is through there down past the lake, and that's private property, no trespassing. So that scuppered the route, but I think if I go back that way and get onto another path, there could be another way up so that I can continue on the route that we're trying. If I do, what I'll do is I'll update the map on Ride with GPS, so then you don't have to come this way and get it wrong. It just got more stunninger. You're just surrounded by awesomeness. I mean, look at this. You've got the great path there, great views, and just beautifulness. One thing I've noticed though is when you're going uphill on this, because it's only 250 watt motor, you have to do pedalling. So I'm a little bit out of breath from that last bit, but I've got this kind of gnarly thing to do. It's probably not showing it on video, or probably because I'm not a mountain bikist that I think that these roads are really tough, but they're probably not. We've only got 2 bars left out of 5 and I've done 5 miles. It's been not technical but very, very uppy. All of the 5 miles have pretty much been up. There's been a few downs and a bit of flat, but most of it's been up. I'll show you the elevation profile on the screen now. So now I'm at this point here, which is I think the trig point for the top of this bit. It's pretty much downhill, so hopefully that'll conserve the battery a little bit more so then I can at least get back. If not, then I am pedalling a 25 kilo bike. Right then, dinner done. I've got a few photographs, some of Penny Ghent, some of Whernside, some other bits. If there's any good ones I'll put them up now. But now it's the downhill, the favourite bit of any bike ride, back to the campsite. In fact no, back to the pub. I shall see you there. Pint time. I don't want to take my bag off my back because it's keeping my back warm, and I know from experience that if I take it off I'll get a cold back. Cheers, by the way. Ostwick's a nice little village. You've got the Green Living shop across there. There's like a pottery shop, and you've got the patisserie next door as well, which does awesome cakes. This place for food, second to none. It's absolutely awesome. So it is worth coming down to Dalesbridge, so then you can just pop into Ostwick. So I'm going to talk about the bike now, not for too long. Most of the specification I'll put in the link in the description below so you can go check it out yourself. But I'm going to tell you about a few things that I think are important about the bike. Now, the price, which I think is the one that you're all most interested in, is 1499. However, you can get 20% off with a discount code YSP20. Again, I'll put that in the description below. So 20% off, it's maths, it's cheaper. So yeah, do that. I did a range test last week and that was on undulating tarmac, and it had a couple of climbs, couple of drops, things like that, and I managed to get about 30 miles out of it, and there was still 2 bars left on the power bar thing on the front. Now, I reckon I could probably got maybe 35-40 miles out of it on the same terrain, whereas today, obviously, going up some steep inclines, up some pretty technical stuff, I've managed to get 8 or 9 miles out of it, bearing in mind it is -2, -3, and you know, batteries don't like the cold, so do take that into account.
But yeah, I don't think this is for a full day on the e-bike going around the mountains and stuff like that. It's for basically what I've just done today. So I'm going to go through a couple of bullet points that I think are interesting about this bike, and I'll show you some footage of it as I'm saying it. So this bike's got disc brakes, adjustable suspension, massive fat tyres, 7 gears, built-in front light, detachable rear rechargeable light, mud guards, and it folds away, but it's better suited to larger vans in my opinion, as it does take up a lot of space in our van. As I've said, the full specification is in the description below alongside the link to where you can buy it should you wish, and you can get a discount by using the code YSP20 to get 20% off the M21. I'll also put a link to the actual bike that I'm riding at the moment.
Hey, it's not getting any warmer. Ooh. And we keep getting little flurries of snow as well. What I have done though is I've put the bike under a bit of tarpaulin just in case it does snow and or rain tonight, but I have taken the battery out because that is removable, so we should be all right there. It's now time to just literally chill out. I've sorted the van out, so that's all looking tidy and nice and everything's back in its place. I do like a sorted van, it makes you feel all organised and whatnot. Right, it's time to set the fire pit up, and I'm using the fold away one, so it's like Krypton Factor. Not used it for ages. I have absolutely no idea. So that one goes that way, that one goes that way, that one goes that way, that one goes, oh no, maybe like that. Oh, he's done it, he's done it, boom. I'm going to show you a little tip, and the tip is if you run out of these little bits you can use a tent peg instead. That one, and then I can just use the tent peg, shove in this end like this. Happy days.
Now I've finished my dinner and I have a happy tummy, I want to get the bed set up so it's ready to get straight into once the wood has run out on the fire pit. Dry robe on, beer in hand, it's now time to be a true Yorkshireman and sit outside in the cold. I think that -3 is just about big coat weather, don't you think?
Just had a mild bum twitchy moment there when these flames got really high and it got a bit warm up here, but it's fine. I mean, if I can hold my hand up here, there's no way that that's setting on fire, but I just need to keep an eye on it. I think just because the fire started new, it's quite fiery, if that makes sense. The flames are quite high, and the flames won't be that high later on. As long as I can keep an eye on it, we should be alright. But yeah, the flames went right up and I'm like, no. So I think what I might do is just grab a tub of water just in case. This week's beer choice is Aldi's Pilsner, the Rheinbacher. I've had this before on channel, it's proper nice, I love it. I've got some Stellas in fridge. I've drunk all my camper cans, so I can't drink any of them, and I can't offer one to Ross. Ross is coming over in a bit. Regardless of that, it's chill time, it's brilliantly warm here because of the fire pit. I've got my dry robe on, I've got music on, but obviously I've had to press stop for copyrights and stuff. And yes, it is metal. Right, here's a question for you all. I've been reading on a couple of Facebook pages that a couple of campsites have started to add a pay-as-you-go structure to the electric hookups. Now I can see why they've done it, because electricity is super expensive, obviously. And I know a few campsites that have done it and it's running successfully. But I've been asked by a couple of campsites, what do you guys think of the pay-as-you-go structure, and or buy a prepay card to pay for your electric? Would you rather pay more per pitch, or would you rather pay the same amount for the pitch but then pay as you go electric wise? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm also going to ask Ross what he thinks. Still going. We're going to do some dancing, but it's pitch black, like absolutely pitch black, so can't do any of that. Yeah, Ross has been over, and he had to go back to put his little one to bed, and he's coming back again. His beers are down there. It's not like an imaginary person or friend. So just thought I'd mention, there's been quite a few new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. You're probably wondering why I've not done a campsite tour on this video. Now, the reason being is that I've already been here twice before, and I'll put a link in the description below to the campsite tour that I did then. I think it was the first time I came, which was February last year or the year before, and then I came again for the Yorkshire Pop Top Adventures meetup, and we did like an update video on the new things that they'd done as well. So there's no point me doing a campsite tour here because you've already seen it, or most of the people have already seen it. I just thought I'd clear that one up just in case you were wondering.
Is that good enough?
It's 10 degrees in the van, so it's not warm at all. It's -3 outside, and the fire pit's gone. It's all done, used all the wood. So I'm warming the van up, and it's time to go to sleep. So I shall see you guys in the morning. Take care. See you. Bye.
Morning. Lovely sleep last night. I were in bed for about 11:30, and my alarm went off this morning at about 7:30, and I hit what I thought was the snooze button. It wasn't. It was the cancel button, and now it's 10 to 10. So yeah, super lazy morning. I mean, I wasn't in a rush at all. I wasn't planning on doing anything or getting off early until I read the weather report, and the snow is going to come a lot, and this van ain't built for driving in the snow. So what I need to do is get everything packed away as soon as possible and get off. I might not even put the bed away. I might just shove everything back in here, or I'm going to have to because I've got a massive bike. Oh, I'll put the bed away. Right, I shall update you as to where I'm at in the next better video. Okay, see you, bye. Right, so I'm all packed up and ready to go. Try and beat the snow home. I did that in record time, literally taking me about half an hour to get it all packed away and done. And yeah, so I shall keep you updated, but if not, and it's the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I shall see you on the next adventure. But I've got a feeling there's going to be some snow updates. Right, so I have a, oh wait a minute, up and around Ingleborough. We're not going up to the top of, tell you what, let's just do that all again. Not expecting to see a big truck today. Right, so everything is set up. Right, so why do I always say right, so? Live it, love it, drive it, cycle it, whatever, shut up, Cole. This is why it takes me 40 hours to do 8 miles. Oh, state of my head. Nice cock, that. That's not going in. No way.
Tight in, and that's my phone going off. What's that? Totally freezing. Ooh, a robin. Hello, Robin. You've just shat on my freaking seat. What did Robin just shat on my seat? Stupid. I'm going to lean back on that. I'll give that one to Ross. Hey everyone, I hope you're all well and welcome back to it. Oh, I need to turn the fan off.
Right, see it.
Oh, brilliant. That looks proper delish, that, doesn't it?